Something big happened with Palantir today, and people are not ready for this. Apparently, millions of Palantir shares have been bought, but Wall Street just stepped in and dropped some bombshells. The Department of Justice might actually go on to something. Is this the start of something big for Palantir? Or is this something else? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Palantir is showing some real strength, proving that it's not easily shaken. Yesterday's dip had some people worried when it slipped to the low 80s, but instead of staying down, it fought back, climbing its way up and settling comfortably in the mid-80s. That kind of resilience isn't something you see every day, especially in a market that's always shifting. At first, there was a lot of skepticism. Was this just a temporary bounce? Would it come crashing down again like so many others before it? A lot of people expected it to fumble, but Palantir didn't flinch. It held steady, refusing to lose momentum, and that sent a strong message: it's here to stay. And just like that, the whole vibe changed. The uncertainty faded, and confidence started building. Now, instead of questioning whether Palantir can hold its own, people are recognizing what just happened. This wasn't a fluke or a lucky break. This was a statement. But here's the crazy part. Something even bigger just happened today, and it could send Palantir soaring even higher. It looks like millions of Palantir shares have been bought back, and that's absolutely wild. This kind of move doesn't happen every day, and it could be a game changer for the stock's momentum. I'll break down all the details later in the video, so make sure to stick around. But first, here's where things get even crazier. Palantir just landed a massive partnership, and it could be a total game changer. Samsung, one of the biggest names in tech, has been dealing with some serious struggles in its chip-making business. Production issues, competition heating up, and just not hitting the quality they need. But guess who they're turning to for help? Palantir. That's right. Samsung is reportedly bringing in Palantir's AI-driven tech to fine-tune its entire process, and that's a huge deal. For those who don't know, Palantir isn't just another software company. It's an absolute beast when it comes to AI and data. It helps companies and government agencies sift through insane amounts of information, spotting patterns, and making everything run smoother. And now, reports out of South Korea say Samsung is using Palantir's AI to boost its chip production, improve quality, and fix efficiency problems. And here's why this is a big deal. Semiconductor companies do not share their manufacturing data. It's like a closely guarded secret. But if this report is true, Samsung is trusting Palantir with some of its most sensitive information, which speaks volumes about just how powerful Palantir's tech really is. Oh, and timing-wise? This couldn't be more interesting. Samsung just hit the brakes on its next-gen chip plans, likely to fix the issues with its current tech. And now, with Palantir in the mix, this could be the moment that changes everything. This news sent the Palantir community into full-on bullish mode. People were already excited about the stock holding strong, but this just added fuel to the fire. And you know what? Even Wall Street is starting to take notice. Yep, analysts are weighing in, and what they're saying is definitely worth paying attention to. I'll break it all down in a bit, but first, let's talk about one particularly bold prediction that came straight out of this wave of bullishness. One analyst is now speculating that Palantir is about to hit a major milestone, its first billion-dollar revenue quarter, and not sometime in the distant future. He believes it's happening soon. If that turns out to be true, it's a massive deal. It would mark a whole new era for Palantir, proving that its AI-driven business isn't just growing, it's scaling up fast. This kind of number wouldn't just impress investors, it would completely shift how the market views Palantir. Instead of being seen as just a promising AI company, it would officially enter the big leagues, standing shoulder to shoulder with the giants of the tech world. And considering how Palantir has been racking up high-profile deals lately, this prediction isn't coming out of nowhere. The momentum is there, the demand for AI is only getting bigger, and now even Wall Street is starting to connect the dots. And here's something massive. One of Palantir's biggest deals yet was just revealed today. The U.S. Department of Justice has decided to award Palantir a contract on a sole source basis. That means no competition, no bidding war, just a direct deal with Palantir. And that's huge. Now, the exact contract amount hasn't been disclosed, but let's be real. This is the DOJ we're talking about. When government agencies like this hand out contracts, they don't play small. This could be a multi-year, multi-million-dollar agreement, maybe even bigger. And the fact that they're choosing Palantir outright, without considering other options, that says a lot about the trust and reliance they have on Palantir's tech. For Palantir, This is another major stamp of approval from the US government. These kinds of deals don't just bring in revenue. They strengthen Palantir's position as a must-have partner for high-level government operations. And if Wall Street was already getting bullish, this news is only going to send things into overdrive. A contract like this doesn't just boost short-term earnings. It solidifies Palantir as a critical player in AI-driven government work. And when a company keeps landing deals at this level, the market takes notice. If investors were already eyeing a major breakout, this might be the push that sends Palantir's price soaring. And here's what's even crazier. Wall Street just stepped in. Jefferies attended Palantir's AI platform customer event. And let's just say, they walked away very impressed. They got a front-row seat to real-world case studies showing just how much Palantir's tech is transforming businesses. The kind of efficiency, cost savings, and insights Palantir delivers? It's next level. But here's the catch. Jefferies thinks all this bullish momentum is already priced into the stock. They're looking ahead a couple of years and saying Palantir's valuation is running hot. Their rating? Not exactly glowing. They slapped an underperform on it, with a price target sitting around $60. Now, that's where things get interesting. On one hand, Palantir is clearly proving its value in the real world. But on the other, Wall Street is still playing it cautious, acting like the stock has already climbed too much. But here's the thing. When a company keeps landing massive contracts and proving its AI is a game changer, those estimates can shift fast. So while Jefferies might be skeptical for now, the real question is how long before Wall Street has to rethink its stance. But wait, this gets even more exciting. It looks like the Palantir team isn't stepping back at all. If anything, they're doubling down. Palantir just made a bold move, and it's something that speaks volumes. They bought back their own shares. And not just a few. We're talking hundreds of thousands of shares, totaling nearly $20 million. That's not just a routine buyback. That's a statement. Companies don't spend that kind of money on their own stock unless they believe it's undervalued. It's basically Palantir saying, yeah, we see what's happening, and we know we're worth even more. And guess what? The market responded in a big way, sending the stock up by a whopping 17%. Now put this together with everything else going on. The DOJ just handed Palantir a major contract. Wall Street is finally starting to take notice, even if they're playing cautious for now. And on top of that, Palantir itself is making moves that scream confidence. All of this is setting up a moment where the market might have to rethink its stance on Palantir. Because when a company is locking in big government deals, wowing customers with real-world AI results, and buying back its own stock at this level, it's hard to ignore what's coming next. And looking at the long term, it's starting to feel like Palantir has a very bright future ahead. And you don't just have to take my word for it. Wall Street is finally waking up to this reality. Wedbush analyst Dan Ives just made a massive call. He believes Palantir is on track to become a trillion-dollar company in the next few years. Yeah, trillion, not billion. That's the level of growth we're talking about here. Now, if that actually happens, it's not just a win for the company, it's life-changing for investors. A stock that makes that kind of leap doesn't just go up a little. It creates millionaires. It turns small investments into generational wealth. And for those who got in early and held through the noise, that kind of growth could be the ultimate reward. Palantir has already proven its AI is game-changing. It's locking in massive government contracts. It's partnering with some of the biggest names in the world. And now, even Wall Street is starting to see just how big this could get. The question is, who's paying attention before it happens? But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Palantir update might make you lose money, so don't risk it. The AI sphere just got rocked. 420 billion just got deleted from the industry. And Palantir is right in the middle of all this mess. How will they even recover from this? But as it turns out, Palantir still has something up their sleeve. And it's a huge bombshell. This is an important video for Palantir holders. Let's not waste any second and get straight into it. Disclaimer. There's tons of updates with Palantir recently, and these are going to either send Palantir to the moon or make their bull run stop and crash. So, what's happening with the company? Former Palantir Chief Information Security Officer is now working at OpenAI at the same position. This shift in leadership is significant for both companies. And here's something really interesting about this update. Security is at the core of OpenAI's mission. It's vital to meet the highest standards for compliance, trust, and security. These measures protect the hundreds of millions of users who rely on OpenAI's products. In turn, they ensure that democratic institutions can benefit from these technologies to their fullest extent. The ultimate goal is to help drive the development of safe artificial general intelligence for the world. This new role is an exciting chapter, and OpenAI's new employee is now eager to help secure a future where AI is a force that benefits everyone. Now, there's speculation that Palantir and OpenAI could potentially form a partnership. Palantir is known for its expertise in AI security, and the former employee of Palantir has now taken on the same role at OpenAI as mentioned earlier. This connection suggests that these two companies might find a way to work together in the future. Though this is only speculation, it seems possible. Such a partnership could benefit both companies greatly. OpenAI could rely on Palantir's robust AI security capabilities. Meanwhile, Palantir could expand its reach by collaborating with a leading AI company like OpenAI. Together, they could create more secure and powerful AI technologies, which would further both companies' missions. If this speculation becomes reality, the impact on the AI and tech sectors could be significant. But all these could become useless. A huge news could pull everything down. Hear this out. Global chip stocks have dropped by $420 billion following the semiconductor company, ASML's latest forecast. And this has caused a significant market rout. This news has rattled investors, creating uncertainty not just within the AI sector, but across the entire tech industry. Why does this matter? When a key player like ASML cuts its forecast, it affects market confidence on a broader scale. This is not just about AI chips. This is about the global chip market as a whole. The changing demands and strategic adjustments in the tech world are causing increased volatility in chip stocks, leading to unpredictable swings in the market. But what does this mean for Palantir? The company relies heavily on cutting-edge technology, which includes chips and processors to power its advanced AI systems. If the global chip market continues to face instability, it could lead to higher costs for the essential hardware Palantir needs. This might slow down some of their projects or push them to spend more to secure reliable chip supplies. In the long run, a volatile chip market could also hinder Palantir's ability to scale its AI operations. As the demand for AI grows, competition for chip supply will tighten. This might challenge Palantir's ability to keep up with market needs. So while Palantir is still strong, the ongoing situation with global chips could create future obstacles that the company will need to navigate carefully. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. Here's something even more terrifying. People are starting to see the potential crash of Palantir. One strong opinion is that those who hold Palantir are people who don't know when to let go and won't be making any money. There's also growing talk that Palantir is a bubble waiting to pop. The stock has soared, but some investors are pointing out the risks. The company's valuation is now at 40 times sales, which is incredibly high. Many don't seem to realize just how expensive that is. At such a high valuation, the stock is vulnerable to any bad news or shifts in market sentiment. Palantir's stock short interest is also rising, and that's another warning sign. Short interest is a measure of how many investors are betting against the stock. When more people are shorting a stock, it can indicate a growing belief that the stock price will fall. This rise in short interest shows that more investors are skeptical about Palantir's future, and they're betting on a downturn. With such high expectations built into the stock price, even a small misstep could send the stock tumbling. There's also the danger that if the market turns against growth stocks, Palantir could see a sharp correction. The higher the price goes, the more people will start to question whether it can keep growing at the same pace. Palantir's rise has been dramatic, but with growing skepticism from investors and short interest rising, there are serious concerns that the stock could be heading for a fall. This is a risky time for anyone holding the stock. While some still believe in Palantir's long-term potential, the short-term outlook is becoming more uncertain. The warning signs are hard to ignore, and it's something investors will need to keep an eye on. But everything's not lost. Palantir still has a few bombshells to drop, and it's going to erase all the doubts people throw at their company. In a recent interview, Mike Lee, an award-winning financial expert, has shared his bullish outlook on Palantir. He also shared his thoughts on Palantir's future. He said that if people hold Palantir within 3 to 5 years, they'll multiply their money several times. He remains confident in the company's long-term potential, despite some concerns about its current valuation. Mike Lee also emphasized that Palantir is still his all-time favorite stock. He believes that what might seem expensive in the near term won't matter in the long run. According to him, Palantir's growth prospects make it a solid investment for those willing to be patient. His positive outlook reassures long-term investors who believe in the company's vision. And there's more good news on top of this. Palantir's Project Linchpin is about to move into another phase. The AI modeling and simulation capabilities of Project Linchpin have just issued a request for information. This initiative is creating a collaborative yet competitive environment where industry and government partners come together. So what's the point of this? The goal is to build the ecosystem, which opens new opportunities for inclusion through rapid and agile acquisition and contracting approaches. This concept of an ecosystem is familiar to Palantir. In a Foundry ecosystem, organizations can securely share data and applications with each other. Each party completely owns and controls its own space, determining what gets shared and what stays private. This level of control allows for effective collaboration while maintaining data governance and security. As Project Linchpin gears up, the connections to Palantir's Foundry and its ecosystem approach become clear. It's a setup where innovation can thrive while keeping security and governance intact, opening more doors for rapid development and expansion. And all these have led to crazy predictions about Palantir's price. As one user on X has said, Palantir is a future 3-digit stock. The company has zero debt, massive AI growth, and has reported 6 consecutive profitable quarters. Its AI-powered AIP platform is gaining traction in the commercial sector, showing 33% year-over-year growth. While the stock may be due for a pullback and will likely face short-term volatility, its long-term trajectory is clear. With its strong fundamentals and leadership in AI, Palantir is positioned for future dominance. For those looking at the bigger picture, it presents a real opportunity for dollar-cost averaging. It's a high-growth stock with a solid foundation, making it a long-term play for those who believe in the power of AI and Palantir's role in shaping that future. And here's what one analyst say about those who think Palantir is overvalued. He compared Palantir's movement to tech giants today when they were still in their infancy. Listen to this. When Apple was still at 22 cents a share, some people say it's too late to invest. As you already know, all those people were wrong. Apple is now trading near $300. Tesla also followed the same path. At $5, $50, and $100, people called it too late. Yet, look where it is now. Peter Lynch once said, "More money has been lost waiting for corrections than in the corrections themselves." The same mindset applies to Palantir. It's still early in its journey. But what do you think about this? Let us hear your thoughts in the comments. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, please like this video, and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.